Hello guys, welcome back to another deck at home video featuring Tearlaments this time. So we'll go over the cards real quick. First we got 2 merrli, 2 havnis. Obviously these are must-haves, cheap and good. 3 beastkings of the swamp. This is good to basically replace your rinoheart and kitkallos for fusion summoning. We got 2 squamata. We got the shaddoll engine here. 2 squamata, 2 beastking, and 1 hollow. Squamata is just an extra copy of your other 2 shaddoll cards. Your shaddoll beast is just for a free draw basically if you mill it. And hollow is more milling. Depending on how many attributes is on the field, you can mill a lot of cards. I think the most I've milled is 3. And we got Danger Mothman. This is just to mulligan our hand, pretty much. Same with Albion the Shrouded Dragon, just to mulligan our hand, because what we want to do is we want to find Rinoheart. Rinoheart is our main starter card. We only have 1 of it. So we have cards like Mothman, Albion, Foolish Burial to try and search for Rinoheart for a combo starter. We got add libitum of despia. For Albion Shrouded Dragon, if it's in your hand, you want to send branded opening. And if you have branded opening in your hand, you target this guy, this despia monster, summon it, discard a card. You could discard, say, sulliek, which will search you your rinoheart. Pretty good plays. Next, we got 1 polymerization. It's just here, kind of just to fill up the deck. It doesn't really come up that often, but if you have the right cards in hand, you can just straight up just go for the kitkallos right away without summoning anything. 1 reinforcement of the army. You can get this for free in the solo mode. So this is a free UR which you can get that searches your Tearlaments rinoheart. 3 copies of Foolish Burial Goods. This is an SR, so I considered not playing this, but when I tested it out, it makes the deck just that much more consistent. It's so much more consistent with the 3 copies of Foolish Burial Goods. So it's a definite must-have. Very good card. 3 Tearlament Grief. This card is our pseudo starter card. If we have a Tearlament in hand, we could Tearlament Grief and try and play something off of that. We got the branded opening for the Shrouded Dragon. Tearlament Heartbeat. This is for back row removal to get rid of any floodgates and whatnot. Also, if it's sent to the graveyard by card effect, target a trap card, Tearlament trap card in graveyard, add it to your hand. 3 Lost Wind. This is actually a super good card in this deck. If you don't know, if this card is in the graveyard and your opponent special summons from the extra deck, set this card. You won't be able to activate it the turn you do this, but next turn you'll have a board breaker, which is very good. Screams of Branded. This is here because of Albion the Shrouded Dragon. If this card is in the graveyard, you can activate its effect to send Screams of Branded to the graveyard instead of Branded Opening. This way, you can set Screams of Branded in the end phase, and this card protects your fusion Tearlaments from cards like Kaiju's, Lava Golem, Super Poly. You can bring your fusion monsters back with Screams of Branded. Pretty good. 1 Metanoise. This is your Book of Moon. This is also kind of a combo starter if you can pull this off. If this card is sent to the grave, get one of your Tearlaments monsters from grave back to hand. You can send this to the graveyard with Foolish Burial to get a Rinoheart back from the graveyard if it's in there for some reason. Tearlaments Cryme, or however you say this card. Pretty good card, only 1 copy because you can kind of search, send this with Foolish Burial Goods to activate this effect to get one of your banished Tearlament monsters back into your hand, which is usually your Rinoheart. But the trap effect is you just negate a monster, and then you shuffle it back into the deck, which is good. 3 Sulliek. This, if sent to the graveyard, searches for any of your Tearlaments. But as a trap, it's basically a non-monster negate, and you send a Tearlament monster to the graveyard. Actually, not just a Tearlament, it's any monster, I think. Yeah, it's any monster. but usually you want to send a Tearlament, that way you can fusion summon on your enemy's turn. For the extra deck, only 4, because you only really need 4. You could have more if you have more, obviously, but the 4 you really need are obviously kitkallos, rinoheart, and rinoheart. Kitkallos is part of your combo that you want to try to do every turn, which mills you 8 cards. Kitkallos is your special summon negate. It's also a big body and protects your Tearlament or your aqua monsters from battle phase. Rinoheart is basically your board breaker, kind of, and it's also a really big body and really hard to get rid of, especially with your branded opening and screams of branded, like being in your disposal. It's going to be really hard to get rid of your fusion monsters. We have dragostapelia here. This card is not only is it a negate, monster negate, if you fusion summon with this and you have like rinoheart in your graveyard, kitkallos in your graveyard because your opponent somehow got rid of it, it can't summon itself back anymore. Special summon dragostapelia, put it back in the extra deck, then you can summon it for another time. Just recycles your fusion monsters, and it's a monster negate. So this is the Budget Tearlaments deck. Let me show you guys what the combo you're gonna try and pull off every game is. So for every game, what you're gonna want to try to do is search or just somehow get rinoheart into your hand, like so. Just straight up open it. If you didn't have rinoheart, you could use Foolish Burial of Goods, and you could send sulliek, however you say this name. Send sulliek to the graveyard, and that'll search you your rinoheart. But since we already have rinoheart, let's send. You know what? We'll send sulliek anyways. We'll search for a merrli. Then we normal summon our rinoheart. Then we send our merrli to the graveyard. Activate merrli effect in graveyard to special summon kitkallos. Doesn't really matter which order you put it in. So now since we special summon kitkallos, we search a tier name. Let's say we want, normally we would search for merrli, but since we already have it in hand, let's go ahead and get a sulliek. Why not? Activate kitkallos effect. Target itself. Special summon merrli. Now we mill 8. And this is the basic combo. So basically, summon rinoheart, summon kitkallos, mill 8, and then your end board is whatever the hell you get. That's basically how this deck works. It's kind of a bit of RNG. So you could play around with the ratios in this deck to try and make your chances better in whatever the heck you mill. But yeah, look, we milled a Tearlaments card. Now we can fusion summon. Kind of crazy. Shaddoll Beast, we draw a card. That's 3 effects. Sheesh. Alright, now I want to summon kitkallos. I think kitkallos is better. You can put him in the extra monster slot. We don't have any link monsters, so it doesn't really matter. Clears up some space. We can activate Fallen of Albaz in the graveyard. And let's send our Screams of Branded from our hand. That way we can special summon our Albion from the graveyard. And then we can set one of our Tearlament traps. Let's put the shiny one down. End phase and Screams of Branded comes from the graveyard. So this is our end board. We have one special summon negate. We have one effect monster negate. And we have some protection. And also, if you activate kitkallos effect, you can probably send merrli to the graveyard. And you can then fusion summon again into something else. If you used kitkallos effect, you can summon dragostapelia for another monster negate, for another interruption. So that is basically how you play this deck. And let's move on to some replays. Okay guys, I got a replay here. I don't really remember what the heck happens in these replays, to be honest. Because I just saved them to my replays and watch them later. Whenever. So this hand, obviously really good. We got 3 ways to find... well, actually 2 ways, I guess, to find rinoheart. So is Foolish Barrel Goods once per turn? Yeah, it's only once per turn, so basically only 2 ways, but he decides to pop my rinoheart, which does nothing. We still summon kitkallos. We search our merrli? One thing about this is that while I'm doing these combos during this time, I sent havnis to the graveyard with rinoheart, which is what I shouldn't really be doing. I should be sending merrli, because mathematically it makes more sense. But I'm still learning the deck while I was playing these games. So yeah, that's what I did. So I'm just excavating, not excavating, I'm playing too much Sylvans. I am just sending stuff to the graveyard, and I just happen to make kitkallos somehow. So on board, we got kitkallos, negate a summon. We got sulliek. Oh, let me pause this. We got sulliek to negate a monster effect. We got Screams of Branded to protect our fusion monsters. As you can see, even though we got lava golemed, kitkallos comes back. We're all good. Negate the polymerization. Hey, I don't want it, none of that. Oh, and we're playing against Amazonas. Negate that. Easy. And then we send the lava golem away so we don't take no damage. So it's looking pretty good for us right now. We have Foolish Burial to search rinoheart again. And also we sent Branded Opening to protect our kitkallos. It can't come back from the graveyard anymore since it's not fusion summoned. Summon our rinoheart. Fusion summon again. Pretty crazy. We got our Kaleidoheart. Shuffle our monster back. And we pretty much just win now. Danger to find another card. Send Sulliek to search another tier. And yeah, they just scoop. Easy peasy. Alright, for this game, I looked at the opponent's deck. He's playing some sort of branded. I don't even know what kind of branded it is. Some kind of weird branded. We have havnis going second. So watch this turn 0 win, guys. He activates an effect monster on field. We chain havnis. We mill 3, and he gets to do whatever the heck that was. We hit rinoheart, of all things. Incredible. Summon rinoheart. Send heartbeat, or not, that's not heartbeat. Whatever that was. Fusion summon with merrli. Summon Kaleidoheart. Shuffle his awakening of the whatever that is. And then he just scoops. Turn 0 win, baby. Let's go. Alright guys, this is the Tearlament mirror match. I'll show you guys what the mirror match looks like. So they, for some reason, went first, did nothing past. So I was like, okay, I'll take that. But they max C us, so, you know, we can't do anything about that. We don't have Ash, we don't have Called by the Grave. So, you know, we just have to eat the max C challenge. Summon merrli. They chain havnis, which is fine. Both of us mill 3. Let's see who gets the better cards. So I hit merrli and Shatana, whatever that card is, squamata. He also hits merrli. We both hit merrli. He also hits rinoheart and scream, which is, you could argue, is better. But let's see what happens here. He searches for cryme, summons rinoheart, sends cryme to the grave, activates merrli effect fusion summon, summons Kaleidoheart. And now watch this. I activate my merrli, and I summon my Kaleidoheart. Look at this. Insert Spider-Man meme. We milled Hollow, and both of us activate Kaleido Heart, targeting each other's Kaleido Heart. We're throwing jabs with the same hand here. We're hitting each other's hands here. My Kaleido Heart comes back. I mill my Rinoheart. His Kaleido Heart goes back. I summon my Kaleido Heart. I send Sulliek to the graveyard. Activate Rinoheart's effect. Sulliek gets ashed. That's fine. I can still use Rinoheart's effect. So Rinoheart sends Havnis. Havnis effect fusion summon. Summon Kaleido Heart again. I probably should have summoned Kitkallos. That way I can negate their special summons. Or their fusion summons. But I just thought Kitkallos was cool looking. So I just summoned Kitkallos. And not Kitkallos. Kaleido Heart instead. But doesn't really matter. As you'll see. So this guy, he doesn't chain block his Rinoheart. He does it the other way around. Don't know why, but you know, whatever. I can't really do anything about that anyways, so I guess it doesn't matter. So he hits Heartbeat and Sharon, I believe that's the name. So he gets the fusion summon. Wait, I guess he didn't hit it. He just sent it with Rinoheart. Summons Kitkallos. Kitkallos search. I activate Lost Wind, set Lost Wind. So this is why Lost Wind is kind of crazy. It comes up a lot. Maybe I'm just lucky and I get to mill it a lot, but it's pretty nuts. So he uses Medora, shuffle some of my cards back. I don't really care. It's not like I'm doing anything with them over there anyways. Banishes my Lost Winds. I guess that's fine. Summons Time Thief Redoer. Banishes itself to send, I guess, Rinoheart into the graveyard. Special summon it again. Now he's got IP Masquerader. I don't really know the hell he's doing right now. I don't know, like, what? But, you know, whatever. So he activates Sulliek. He doesn't even have a Tearlaments card, so that's useless. Uses IP to summon Sprite Elf. Don't know why. Summons IP. Don't know why. And I just attacked for game. So, I don't know what the heck this guy was doing. He was trying to, I don't know, maybe he's also learning Tearlaments, but he messed up somewhere along the line, like somewhere in the combo he was doing. Alright, this game we're playing against Yuki Onna Eldritch or something. I don't really know what the heck the Yuki Onna part does, but they play Zombie World, so I'm going to be showing you how to play around Zombie World. You can't, it's going to be really difficult to summon Kaleido Heart. That's pretty much the only thing that it blocks us from. We can summon our Kitkallos, our Tearlament Kitkallos pretty easily, predaplant dragostapelia pretty easily, but Kaleido Heart is going to be pretty hard. Because we'll need 2 Tearlaments in our hand to summon Kaleido Heart. But this won't be a problem as I will show you right now. Lost Wind in the graveyard gives us a board breaker for next turn. And then this guy is just doing some mad combo. Like this card, Daki, the graceful whatever, it's insane. This keeps coming back from the graveyard pretty much for free. Again, I have no idea what this guy's doing. But made my attack go 0. I mean, that's crazy, I guess. Lost Wind, negate his guy. His normal summon Rinoheart. We get Forbidden Dropleted, but it's fine. We can do this still. So we set Sulliek, try and beat over that tuner, which is kind of crazy. This guy summons some random thing from the graveyard. Don't really know, you know, what it does. Okay, it destroys our back row. That doesn't matter. We just search our merrli. Main phase 2, set our other Sulliek. So yeah, it's like nothing happened. He just gave us a search for free, pretty much. Now he's about to do his insane Daki combo again. Don't really know what the purpose of this is, but he's doing something crazy. Chain Havnis, mill 3. We hit merrli, which is crazy. Now we can fusion summon. We summon kitkallos. We activate kitkallos effect. Activate sulliek effect. Now we're doing something. Now we're playing the game. So that guy's negated. We're fusion summoning into kitkallos. Now, unfortunately, with Zombie World, our Tearlaments cards are not protected by kitkallos from battle because they're now no longer aquas. They are zombies now, which I realized in this game. That's what Zombie World would do to me. So, yeah, they'll now be destroyed by battle, but it's still fine. It's not like they're needed on the field, kind of. So, we draw Screams of Branding, which is not too horrible. We send Metanoise, get Rinoheart from our graveyard. Normal summon Rinoheart, send Havnis. Should be sending merrli, but I'm sending Havnis instead for some reason. Summon kitkallos again, because it got shuffled back into the extra deck by fusion summoning. Excavate 8, not excavate, damn. Mill 8. We hit merrli somehow. We get to fusion summon dragostapelia. We send Screams of Bandit from our hand to the graveyard, summon Albion the Shrouded Dragon. Now we're cooking. But this guy had the setup in the grave, just infinitely summoning synchro monsters. Didn't really matter though, so because I just negate all of it pretty much. But they're still summoning, like, you know, the bodies, which I have to beat over and over. They just keep coming. And the fool milled cards for me for some reason. That was very smart of him. Unfortunately, we already fusion summoned with Havnis, so we can't do any more fusion summoning. But it's fine, we have Havnis in hand to summon on their turn if they end up doing, you know, any monster effects on field. This guy summons Vendred for some reason. I don't know why this card is in here. Negate the Eldritch with our kitkallos. And he scoops. Pretty good. We played around Zombie World. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!